paro.
By the way, when I did this,
Firma
I didn't realize that you were so many young people.
Firma, ¿estás filmando ya?
Míralo allá, míralo allá, míralo allá.
Move all the way to the back also so people can come in front of you. I want you all to do me a favor, and I guess you're going to be my photographer. I want you all to give a great welcome to the people of New York City, because that's where they're going next. Hello, New York. Let's hear it for New York City. Get all of them. Don't worry about us. New York City. Move to the back. Move to the back. Now, I don't know if you saw this, but I'm actually wearing a New York City tie. It's got Brooklyn, Manhattan, the Statue of Liberty. It's even got bloodstains. Okay, it didn't work. Whatever. We're almost set. Everyone, come on. You have to move backward. Now, don't fall off the stage because we don't have enough legal insurance, but move backward. What I like to do is I want to show you, we can pull it up here, and you guys will get a chance to watch this from the screens and from down here. I want to walk through some of the language. Everyone, you can grab a seat. Everyone grab a seat. Because I want to give you something that's helpful to you. I want to give you something that you can take when this is done. And almost up here. What is wrong? What are you so excited about? He takes the microphone.
Man, this is beautiful. Beautiful. Hello, everybody from Fort Myers, Naples area. Behind you!
You gotta do a little bit less of the excess, really do. And I'm looking around, maybe you can help me here. There's one thing that you guys have done correctly, which is almost all of you are wearing proper shoes. I, unfortunately, let's put them up there. These were a gift from Amway last week, and I've worn them every day since. And if I take them off, you'll know that I've worn them every day since. So what I want to do now is I want you to grab a piece of paper and pencil. The only problem that I got is that I don't have a clicker up here. Oh, yes, I do, right here. So if you can pull up the slides, I want to walk you through some stuff that I think will be helpful to you. I want to hear, by applause, are you freer today than you were 5 years ago, or less free today? How many of you feel less free today than you did feel 5 years ago? How many of you feel more free today? This is living proof. There is no other organization. There's no other collection of people. This is the definition of freedom as we know it, is Amway. Freedom is Amway, Amway is freedom. And where would you find so many people? Look at this group of people right here. They're not watching television. They're not at a bar. They're here learning about their future, how to grow, how to develop, how to achieve economic freedom. This doesn't happen anywhere in America except right here in Orlando tonight. One of the great challenges and what defines the American dream is that you all, how did you get to be so tall? Why is the tallest person in here in the front? Go back there. Actually, you know what? You can come back in front of him again. Get your hands off of him. One of the great tragedies in American society today is that so many people feel that they won't be able to pass along something better to their children. Of all ways to communicate. What makes Amway so special, probably the most important, is that it's based on the principle of family. How many of you are second or third generation Amway here? How many of you guys, raise your hands. There isn't another business that encourages that family relationship, where husbands and wives, parents and children can work together. Look at the data here. 44% of people think that their kids are going to have it worse than them. Huh? How many of you think your kids are going to have it worse than you? Raise your hands. Look at how few hands have gone up. You're the most optimistic, the most forward-thinking people. And what your parents did for you, you're trying to do for your kids. Now, what's interesting to me is the definition of the American dream. And I'm going to do it up here. How would you define the American dream?
Just being my own business, helping people. I mean, that's the American dream for me.
Define the American dream.
Financial freedom.
Define the American dream.
Being able to help your family.
Listen to what they're saying. Being able to help their family. The young people that I talk to want other people to do things for them. You want to do things for others. Again, it's a powerful motivation. It used to be that the American dream was about success. It was about freedom. It was about opportunity. Now, I mean, it's now about money to so many people. And as Doug talked about before, money is so much less important than the things that we value. Our soul, our commitment, our community. And the one that I love the most, I worked for a company in the past, Anheuser-Busch. And they understood that for the Latino and Hispanic community, and I got to ask another question. How many of you are first-generation Americans? Raise your hands. I was born an American. You chose to be an American. I thank you for coming here. I respect that decision. And I'm going to show you something about diversity. For the Latino household, the American dream is home ownership. And so I work for Anheuser-Busch, and they have this ad, this young woman, she's 20, 21 years old. And she comes into the living room and she's in tears. She's got a suitcase underneath one arm, and she's got a plant underneath another, and she's crying. And her parents are crying because she's leaving home for the very last time. So she goes out the door, shuts it behind her, down the stairs, into the street, across the street, to the house right across the street from her parents. She goes to the refrigerator, grabs her Budweiser, holds it up to the camera and says, "Mi casa." If you're a Latino, living across the street from your parents is the American dream. I'm Jewish. Living across the street from my mother is the American nightmare. Now, I want everyone in this room to stand up. Everybody get up. Everyone. These are the 5 priorities that matter most. And we ask the American people, what do you want more of that you don't have enough of? These were the 5 things that came in most. Fewer hassles, more choices, more money, more time, no worries. Some of you have heard me do this before. Let's see if you learned anything. What's the highest priority when we polled men? What did men say they wanted more of? Who would say fewer hassles? Raise your hands. Anyone fewer hassles here? Raise your hands. If your hand is up, you need to sit down. Who says men wanted more choices? Raise your hands. If your hand is up, and I see a few of you, you guys need to sit down. Who says the highest priority for men is more money? Raise your hands. I would throw you guys off the stage. All the money people need to sit down in. You should know better, because you've been in 3 of my presentations already. You're not paying attention. Put away that BlackBerry. Who says the highest priority for men is more time? All you time people, sit down. Who says the highest priority for men is no worries? All you no worry people, sit down. Now, what's the highest priority for women? Who says women want fewer hassles? Your hand is up. The only way